What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and well, today we got quite surprised with regards to mecha video games. Apparently, Hawken is making a return to PC. For those that don't know, Hawken was and still is, in a way, this free-to-play multiplayer mech first-person shooter. Originally, the game was released for PC back in 2012, and eventually the game was released once it was acquired by like a different publisher. It was released also on Xbox and PlayStation, so it was released on consoles in 2016. But in 2018, the PC servers were shut down permanently. So the only version you could play was the PS4 and Xbox One version of the game. I played a bit, especially the console version. I didn't manage to play the PC one, and I think it was fun for what it was. I do hear like a lot of different reception from people. Some really enjoy it, others didn't. But in a way, it's still there, just not on PC. But today we got news that Hawken will be returning to PC, or well, a new game, basically called Hawken Reborn. And this is going to be a free-to-play mech first-person shooter, just like the previous Hawken. However, this game will not be multiplayer. It would be a PvE game, meaning you'll be able to play it by yourself. It will have a single-player mode, or you'll be able to co-op with friends. So, a bit of a departure, you could say, from what it originally was. I know some people might be happy, others might not be, because of course some people prefer the multiplayer aspects of the game. I lean more with I prefer the multiplayer aspects. Sucks that, you know, it's only available on consoles, but it sorta still is there if that's what you're looking for. Now, that doesn't mean still you shouldn't give it a shot, because the game is going to be free, so you're not losing that much. Another point is that the game is going to be out in early access, so it's going to be built, you know, with time. It's coming out fairly soon, May 17th. So of course I'll be dropping in and giving some of my thoughts. So far, what we know is it's going to be a player versus environment experience with, like, you know, single player content. You'll be able to experience the typical high octane combat that you expect from Hawken. There will be narrative and story mode, so there's going to be chapters that you'll be able to follow. Originally, the game is going to be released with 6 opening missions that will be the initial arc. Currently, the Steam page is up if you want to check it out. I think this could be something interesting, though the problem would be how it's going to be the monetization. I think we have seen that there is definitely space for free-to-play single-player or PvE games, as long as they are fun. I don't think it's like back in the day when Hawken came out, where the free-to-play market was in a very different state. You know, 2012 was a very different time. Nowadays, a lot of games have gone free-to-play that are massive, and there's already blueprints for like what you should do and what you shouldn't. The thing though is with the monetization is how are they gonna approach it? They really haven't talked much about that. Like, is it gonna be like the previous Hawken where you could buy stuff, but you know, most of the cosmetic was what was behind the paywall. So if you wanted to customize a lot of your mech, you had to put some money in it. And they also didn't mention if they're gonna follow the famous battle pass, which a lot of games do that nowadays. So that's another thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they go the route which a lot of games have, which they do have an in-game store plus a battle pass that you can buy, you know, double dip. So we'll have to see what is also that approach. As long as it's not too egregious and the game is fun, I think people will definitely gravitate towards this. We do know that there's a big space for mecha games, especially on PC, and the fact that the barrier is very low, it's a free game, it allows anyone to try it and say, I do like this or I don't like this, without having to, you know, use their wallet and throw money. Looking at the screenshots and the small teaser that they released, it looks like it's gonna be fun. I mean, I expect this to be very high octane and enjoyable. Don't know how good also the story is gonna be here. I mean, developed by 505 Games. At least that's what Steam says. So it's published by 505 and developed by 505. A little sad though, now that I think. A lot of like mecha games, if you think about it, are really in the early access space. Though it's understandable. I mean, obviously I don't blame the developers, because the state of mecha is not as huge as it used to be. But I mean, if you look at what we have, you know, you have Mass Builder, a game that has been a while in early access and still is. That new game, War Robots Frontier, which is like from War Robots, Dual Gear, a game that I tried before and I thought it had potential to be fun. There's also Phantom Brigade, which recently just came out. I also see Mecha, which seems like a lot of people are also enjoying. But again, all of these games are in like early access. So it's just an interesting note. Hopefully with Armored Core coming out soon, maybe that would inspire some more developers, especially, mainstream developers, to give the mecha genre a shot and see what they could create. But that's another talk and, some other thoughts. But I'll definitely be trying out Hawken Reborn, giving out my thoughts, see what's up with that game. As always though, it's not just about me. What are your thoughts, guys? Are you curious about Hawken Reborn? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.